After the death of their master and the destruction of their village, the remaining ronins traveled for many years in search of a place to call home, but they couldn't find it, so they decided to build it themselves. Can they make this dream a reality, or will fire and destruction follow them here too? This swampy forest was the perfect place to settle. Very fertile land, rivers to ensure irrigation, and lots of trees to start creating their new home. The nearby rivers are going to be their main food source, until they can plant the one true food, rice. Master always used to preach to them the importance of always be training, so with the training dummy built, it was time to sleep near the fire. One thing that I'm really excited for is to listen to the noise of people hitting that dummy for the entirety of the story. I think it will really add flavor. A strong fortification to stop future invaders is a priority. It will be called the Great Fence of RimWorld, and it will be a pain to build over all these rivers. Since Nobuyuki reconsidered shooting the wolf and left the dog to die, this would have brought shame to his family if they weren't all dead already, so he can sleep without feeling bad. No one knew what to call their faction, so they just hit the random button until something sounded vaguely Japanese. Luckily, the name wasn't something racist. The ending of day 5 marks the completion of their new house. It would have been faster, but someone, Ozawa, didn't want to help, preferring to just annoy the narrator by hitting the dummy all day long. It seems they wouldn't have to wait long for trouble to appear. The vicious nearby gangs have already taken interest in raiding the samurai village, but when it comes to hand-to-hand combat, they were unmatched, and this invader was about to find out. Their diet needed a bit of vitamin B, and you know what plant contains it? Come on, you know it already. Rice! Yes, congratulations, you are correct, dear listener. Seems a Neanderthal concocted a strategy to attack the village in the middle of the night. He probably read it in The Art of War by Sun Tzu, but forgot this famous quote: "If you're 1 and they are 4, you're dead, idiot." Apparently this squirrel also read The Art of War. They really need to give people on this planet other books to read. The rest of the crew started getting annoyed with Ozawa, especially since she wasn't moving and just getting in the way of everything, so they decided that one of their first buildings should be a training ground for her to sit in, far away from the rest of them. Simple fish traps were going to be built on the river dam to ensure food was always gathered. Araki bonded with the great horse Attila, who let the samurai ride him. I don't know when Araki started talking to Ozawa since she was always eating something, but I guess her determination to train really attracted Araki. Without much thought, they decided to marry. Maybe this story will have a happy ending after all. The night raids weren't a problem for the samurais, but this ruined their sleep, making them quite grumpy. But Ozawa knew what would make her happier: eating a new training dummy for a bit. No better way to start your morning off other than the screams of pain of your enemy. Finally, a storage room. Now their stuff won't get soggy when it rains. The completion of the wall is almost done, a couple of missing planks and the village defenses are finished. Willow the horse was done pooping outside, so he decided to try the samurai's toilet. Even though Orange Lion put him back in the pen, he tasted what it felt like to be human. Orange Lion received the honor to become the Shintaoist priest. Doesn't mean much since there are no peasants around, so the priest still has to dig dirt with their hands. Since the impenetrable wooden wall has been penetrated. There goes another wall. This man is here to drive down the property value, not to actually kill anybody. A pit heart, a perfect place for the cooks to try out new recipes, the brewers to make some traditional sake, or for friends to gather around and have a chat. Ah, a good old social fight. These are how lifelong friendships are made. Nothing like punching your friend in the face, then giving him a cold beer to put over his wound. This is quite an embarrassment for Nobuyuki. I know he's an archer, but a rabbit shouldn't beat you. Even though they were like siblings, they decided it was for the best that everybody gets their own room. Nothing personal, but somebody keeps farting and they won't admit to it. The samurais are expanding their territory already. If people don't join this village soon, it's going to look like a ghost town. This was a great opportunity to increase the population of the village. Only problem was Katen is a Luciferium addict, so they just decided to pretend she didn't even exist and move on with their day. Out of sight, out of mind. Our friends here have been mining this mountain for 3 days already to make space for more buildings. This area seems to be a magnet for crazy animals. What? Sorry, the narrator is confused. Let me make a call. Hello? Are you there? Ah, cool. What are these shit events? Why isn't anything fun happening? Tell Randy to step up his events or he gets fired. What do you mean he's on vacation? Get him back to work now. Sorry everyone, we had a minor issue with the events. They should be fixed soon. Let's continue. A nice cultural touch, the tatami flooring, I like it. Promising happiness to someone you had in prison for over a month is a good way to convince said prisoner to join, although the morality of this action is questionable to say the least. Something exciting is finally happening. Kill her! Scratch her a bit, like at least scare her. That was a good chase, almost got her. Credit to that warg. They have dug up so much dirt for the roads, now they have nowhere to store it. It's on their beds, there are piles everywhere you look, and I'm sure at some point they will accidentally eat dirt. The village was finally deemed not extremely poor, so it's now officially worth attacking. It took a lot of days, but they can finally put that wall to good use. What the hell am I watching? Are they playing tag? He's on a horse! That took way too long. I think the raiders' brains malfunctioned while attacking. That is the only explanation. The first baby of the village. It's a wonderful moment for everyone, except Ozawa. She's in labor. That ain't fun. Besides, how will she train when she needs to take care of the kid? After destroying all their farmland and not having food for a good 25 days, the samurais finally rebuilt their crop field. This is sacred land, you don't get to come here and hunt with your guns. Nothing better than watching a trophy hunter get killed by an animal. The narrator is starting to get perplexed as to why the samurais kept planting food, crops, even bamboo, and then creating buildings over them, wasting all the effort they had put in. The non-stop training of the samurais came in handy this fight, easily striking down their foes. I don't think anyone will sleep well tonight after hearing those screams. Not everyone had to join the samurais willfully, but after hearing the screams of her dying friend, Kaori decided it was best not to get on their bad side. This is the first time someone left the village. Araki received some intel from some traders that there was a secret stash in the forest. Craving adventure, he mounted his trusty steed and went alone. But this wouldn't be an easy mission because he got ambushed by 2 squirrels. Araki, deeply disappointed, kills the squirrels and returns to the village. The bamboo around the village has grown to cartoonish heights, being able to get lost in it if you're not careful. Some poor beggars wandering in the village asking for medicine. Will the samurais help them or leave them to their fate? Yes, they got bored of doing everything themselves and just resorted to slavery. It seems the samurais lost their last brain cells and decided to put tatami in the dining room and in the kitchen. This is disgusting. What if you spill food on it? Ugh. It was unanimously decided that the village needed a bit more color, so the first cherry blossom tree was planted. It's not often that the samurais give their help to outsiders, but they made an exception this time. They would defend a commander and his troopers against the ferocious Yetakins. But once again, the crazed animals appear, and they would have been easy pickings for the samurais if one of the troopers didn't have the aim of a stormtrooper and almost killed Araki by accident. Orange Line is frantically patching up Araki while Ozawa is trying her hardest not to kill every single one of the outsiders. But there wasn't time for any of this, since the Yetakins were on the move. Disappointingly, a couple of shots scared them off. They couldn't even give the samurais a fight. Poor Araki, he feels great dishonor from that defeat, which makes no sense since that was supposed to be her ally, but you know how the samurais are. Honor that, honor this, all they talk about. After 3 days of construction, the hot spring is finished. Finally a place for relaxations for our friends. What a beautiful moment. Orange Lion made Araki feel better about him getting shot. These people truly are family. The clan wants to recover that lost honor with a bit of conquest. A nearby rival clan has a working site, the perfect target to raid. I think these raiders forgot they were supposed to attack the samurais, not each other. Why is every person they encounter so damn stupid? The attacks on the village are picking up. Quite a bad timing since their 2 best fighters have left. Yeah, that is just funny. I wasn't lying when I told you everyone here is stupid. Araki and Ozawa make a great team on the battlefield, quickly dispatching the Yetakins and taking their loot. At least these 2 are not that stupid. The plague affecting Orange Line was more serious than expected, her entire body shutting down from the pain. Slave rebellions were a common occurrence in the village, but Ozawa made sure they were stopped dead in their tracks. Hold on, how? Rewind and zoom in on the footage. Don't think the other prisoners will feel comfortable anymore. This guy was dying regardless. There are a lot of better ways to go. See, they happen daily. What the? This new technique doesn't seem very effective. Somehow they found in their heart to release some of the slaves. Mainly because they don't have much food, but was it really necessary to strip them naked, then release them? These samurais seem more and more like really bad people. Gotta give them credit. Calling in a shuttle, not helping, then getting their money is a good move. What sort of tradition allows you to enslave a child? These guys are psychotic. I don't feel comfortable anymore. As morning comes, day 100 starts, but their sacred temple is not yet built. I think we're going to add a couple of days just for you, dear viewer, to see the construction for it. One last battle. Come on, pigs. Give us a good fight. Oh, seems Araki got filled with lead for the 2nd time. It must suck to be him. and to the afterlife he goes. Will the pigs take more casualties with them? The fight is heating up. Orange Lion with the flank on the big Zug makes quick work of him. Seems she is filled with rage at her friend's death. She charges the pig without fear, dodging their bullets and impaling Muddy, and with a last swing, she takes his head right off. Everyone gathered at Rocky's funeral. They wept not only at the loss of their friend, but at the loss of a husband and a father. The village wasn't the same anymore, but this didn't mean the story had a sad ending. After the temple completion, they all gathered there to celebrate their friend and their newfound home. Thank you all for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. The main mod I used is this Samurai faction, link in the description, like, subscribe, Discord link below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.